everybody, and welcome to day 4 of Game Night's 24 Days of Christmas Advent Calendar opening. We're on day 4, so we're going to work with this little bit of story and see what we got to do before we open this.
All right.
The cooled and less burnt cookies melt on your tongue with a delightful vanilla flavor. Why would the occupant of this particular abode leave such tasty cookies to turn to charcoal? Or perhaps they have fallen asleep somewhere. Be that as it may, there's no doubt that someone must be here, and they must know of an exit, so you decide to look for them. You leave the kitchen again, and you go to the other side of the door. It opens without a problem, and you take a proper look. The doorknob is also on the inside, where it belongs, and there is no combination lock in sight. You decide to venture further. The room appears to be a library, judging for the bookshelves. You stop in front of a comfortable-looking armchair and wonder whether to take a break for a short while. You hear a spine-tingling laugh that raises your hackles. "Hello," the voice says. Voice fades without an answer. Instead, you hear a faint crunch, and suddenly a stone falls on the floor in front of you. Oh no, it's your voice. "Hello." Your voice fades away without an answer. Instead, you hear a faint crunch, and suddenly a stone falls on the floor in front of you. As you look up, rock dust trickles into your eyes. There's a crack in the ceiling up there.
No.
You stumble sideways and discover an even bigger hole. The wooden structure that may have originally supported the crack doesn't look very stable. More and more little stones begin to fall. Is that a note as well? You hurry to the middle of the room and pick up the paper. Open door 4. Behind you will find 2 riddle cards, D1 and D2, and 3 wooden rods.
All right.
Matches is what I would think, but who knows? That'd be awesome.
Whoa.
Nope, they're actual wooden rods.
Cool.
We're going to be poking them through the cards, and there's holes in the bottom and the top here.
There's holes on the top.
Oh my goodness.
All right. A library shelf that's full of books. It's relevant where you should look. A hint of blue upon the wall will show between the columns tall. You know a view can alter depending where you stand. Your vision shouldn't falter from the task at hand. Look closely with a careful eye, lest all your counting go awry.
Wow.
Then this says 1 A and B, 2 B and C, 3 A and C.
Is it going to make more letters or numbers as we cross them or something? What do you see in there? Is there anything exciting?
There's definitely like A, B, and C holes labeled.
Right.
So if we make a post from A to B...
Do you think that's what we do?
I think so. And then we look in the box and it'll make a number?
Oh, maybe.
That's A to B.
Wow.
Your view can alter depending where you stand. Oh, or...
It's A to A?
It's A to A, B to B, but you look from A to B. Something like post A to post B. Okay, let's try that. There's B.
Clunk.
Clunk. Here's for A.
What does the baby say? Bonk.
Oh, bonk. And then and then one for C. Okay.
I'm glad that they're snug enough to like not slide right on through.
I was worried that it would maybe.
So if you look from A to B,
it's A
that's
to
straight
B.
Through that way. Depending where you stand, your vision is protected. Look closely with a careful eye, lest all your counting go awry. Hint of blue upon the wall. So there's a blue book, but I don't really know.
There's a blue book on this side too.
What it gives you.
It said A to B, correct?
Yeah. This says A and B.
Oh, not A to B.
Yeah.
So you don't think it's something between the 2 lines that you look at for A and B?
Like you look straight down?
It could be. Go ahead. A and B. You know a view can alter depending where you stand. Your vision shouldn't falter from the task at hand.
Why don't you tilt it and look at it from, that you can rotate it and stuff more easily.
The library shelf is full of books. It's relevant where you should look. A hint of blue upon the wall will show between the columns tall. So between.
So
between A and B would just be straight back.
Is there blue there too?
Yeah, there's blue there's a lot. Okay.
Do the light.
A and B. I'm trying to make it work. Is there stuff on the floor? No.
Will show between the columns tall. Let me see if I just...
It does, but it's not making a number, so I don't...
Oh, no, wait. There are... Like, that one there has an O on it.
Oh,
or
Where do you
0.
see that?
But it's the only one that does. None of the other ones are doing anything like that unless it's...
Well, there's more blue on both sides walls too.
I know. But the two that I can see through, looking through A and B, I don't know. Through the columns tall. I don't know.
You want to try it, Lincoln? I'm not.
yeah. Let me.
I'm not seeing it.
A hint of blue upon the wall will show between the columns tall. You know, a view can alter depending where you stand. Your vision shouldn't filter from the task at hand.
Well, you guys won't be spoiling too. We won't be spoiling too much because you can't
can't.
see everything. But
No,
let me see here.
I'm not getting it.
Oh wow. Maybe shadows. Or more
It didn't
clearly
give
defined-
us any clue towards shadows.
Okay.
It's just about where you stand. So you see, like, can you see, Nikki, like that book over here has like a little circle on it.
Oh,
I don't know that that means anything, but because the other ones don't seem to do much,
No.
although this guy's got like a weird zigzaggy thing.
Wow.
Unless it's the number of books you see through?
If it's the number, I see 2.
That's what it's going to be.
The
You're going to see how
number.
many blue. Is it all blue
I
books?
just see one blue book through A and B. I think it's a little off to the side if
It's
you're looking
covered?
straight on.
It says, look closely with a careful eye lest your counting go awry. So we're going to be
Okay.
counting the books for sure
So
that you see
let's-
between those columns.
Let's start with one,
Mm-hmm.
just because I think this one is like the other
That's
one you're
supposed
seeing.
to be really
It's a
covering
little,
it.
Well, it's a little off to the side. Like if
Okay.
I'm right in front of it, I feel like I don't see it in between the columns.
Okay.
B and C is over here. I think I see two blue books. Oh no, 3 blue books. And then between A and C.
Yeah.
All right, what do you see?
This is A and that's C in
Yeah.
the back. Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to get you light. Hold on. There.
3.
You see 3?
Is it literally 1, 3, 3?
Think. Because I see
Yeah, I see
get
2 on the
close.
back shelf and one on
and
the
one
front.
on the side right there.
Does this
Oh,
one doesn't
geez.
show
It does
up
like
in
have
between the
look
It's not
closely
between
is
the
very
What about that? Is that blue?
a different
Is it
font.
It is not blue.
Okay.
No.
Up to on the top there is
Yeah,
not
it's
blue?
like a cobweb or something.
No. Okay,
Right
no,
up
that's not blue.
here.
Because I was thinking next to further in this guy.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's obviously as blue.
Do you want to try to see this, Lincoln?
I will when you guys think you have it. I'll just take a
3.
peek.
Okay, 1, 3, 3 is an option.
Okay.
See
So
what you think.
you can see,
Look through A and
and
B.
B.
And how many blue books do you see?
woof. You can see why you guys had light. It's dark in that cave.
Yeah.
It's dark in that
It's dark in
library.
the cave.
There we go. So it's only that little stack on the floor. Oh no, there's.
There's books all over, but the blues.
Oh, I
look
see what you're
pretty
saying. You can
clear
only see one when you're looking
when
at
you're
it in
looking,
that angle.
straight through.
Yeah, because
A and
B,
S- and
column B obscures those other two,
I think so.
and then it's A and
B and C is next.
Okay. Oof. Isn't that the same as what I just did? A and B.
A and B are the 2 in front. B and C will be one at the back.
I feel like I'm seeing 2 there though when I'm looking A and B. There's one on the left, and then there's one above the chair.
I mean, we saw 2 as well, but one of them feels like it's outside the column to me. Like the one
when
on
you're
the
looking
left
between
is too
A and
far.
B.
When I'm looking between A and B,
Seems like that one column on your right,
or left, I thought,
left,
on the left.
should.
And then it's A and C, right? That's 2.
A
See,
and
and you're
B.
saying 3? No, the
No.
final one.
Between A and B, we're seeing 1. Between B and C, we're seeing 3. And between A and C, we're seeing 3.
I honestly feel you see 2 between
2 and A and
A
B?
and B. Just take
Okay.
a peek and
Take
see what you
another
guys
look.
think.
Oh, you mean those 2? Yeah. Yeah, I think you are right about that.
Where? Okay.
We were missing this guy.
Oh, I thought we were counting. I thought we were counting that one. Still only see 2. Where's
Yeah, 2 for
2.
this first.
Yeah, okay.
For that one, I think you're right. So
Let
2,
me just
3,
shoot a little video of that for people to see.
okay?
Even though I really don't want to spoil it completely, but you can see us like
Well, it's a
discussing
neat
all this.
idea.
Yeah. So I'm just going to show the 1 and see if people can see what we're talking about. It's very tight. I wonder if I can. There we go. A little bit more light. So that's between the left and the right columns are A and B. The leftmost and rightmost, and it shows 2 books. So I think it's 2, 3, 3.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, well let's find out if we've got some matches here.
All right. Oh, it's not going to work.
It isn't.
Because we're going to go this way and then up.
Okay.
I don't think that can work. And then up again.
So we are mistaken.
Sadly mistaken.
Between A and B.
Well, the very first one's wrong, right? For sure. It's leading us up. So we need to figure out, what does 1 do?
Well, it doesn't matter because that's the bottom one.
Okay.
So it means the
3
3
needs
of
to be checked.
of A and C is probably wrong.
Need a light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me look at 3 real quick. A and C.
Will show between the columns tall.
Now, you said 3, right? What about 1?
On
If you look straight,
look
instead of like
straight through.
looking at an angle, boy, I don't even see 1 though when I do
Yeah,
that.
when I look straight through, I see one of them gets obscured for me. But I don't know, that's tricky.
If I do this
that's
here,
a really tricky.
if I see this here, I only see 2. Like the bottom shelf book is basically kind of blocked.
Right, but how do you know, what's the hint that lets you know what angle to look through?
Correct. That
So
is what I don't
that's
know.
why I feel like we
The
need
problem is you have to start not seeing, in my opinion, you have to start not seeing C to actually see that 3rd book. See what I'm talking about?
C.
On the left-hand side. Once you start leaning too far away to actually see that 3rd book, you're now not seeing C. Like if you're trying to make a
I'm just saying,
flat
when I
plane.
look straight through, A covers the blue book that's
on
vertical.
the left, yeah. Correct.
And so the only blue book I see is the horizontal one that's
You don't see
behind
2?
C. I don't see 2. I just see the
Let
one.
me look at that again.
Because
So
there's
you're looking-
there's 2 on this shelf.
Yep.
The one that's the farthest to the left is outside of A.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That makes that. This is A to C, which is what letter is that? What order is
Which
that?
is the first? A
A to B is
It's the 3rd one.
1.
We need a change in the 3rd
A
one.
to C.
If
Oh,
we
you're
only
looking at
see
A to
2
C. I
books-
wasn't looking at A to C. I was looking.
Oh yeah,
at A
I'm
to
looking
B.
at A to C, and if you go to see 3 books like we have
Okay, let me see.
on there, you have to obscure column C to see that 3rd
A
book.
to C.
Yeah, you only see the 2 books on that
No,
shelf.
I mean I can see them.
Let me look at it again. Of course, I'm not doing it
1,
with
2,
light.
3.
Well, what does 2 give you when you do that? If we just look at it.
If you use A to cover that book, I mean again, but like how do you? Yeah.
A hint of blue upon the wall will show between the columns tall. You know a view can alter depending where you stand. Your vision shouldn't falter from the task at hand. Look closely with a careful eye, lest all your counting go awry. Closely with a careful eye. Do you have to get like right up
I mean,
in it?
when I close one eye, I do lose a book.
I mean,
between A
I
and
feel.
C.
Let me look
Eye
at.
with a careful eye.
Yeah.
Maybe
It is-
that's it. A
that- yeah,
single
yeah.
eye.
Because like if I'm looking at A and C, for me
you
to
wanna
see,
try
let me look
2,
at
3,
that.
2?
I do think you're right that you see that blue. But if I'm going to look at C and see it completely, it's a 2 at the end.
So we'll try 2, 3, 2.
Yeah. Let's try that. At least as long as it goes down.
We're still gonna have a problem because it's still gonna send us up. The second letter sends us up as well.
So what does the first one do?
Here
Okay,
and
so
then
then
up.
okay, so it's
and
not
then up.
correct. Wow, so once again, it's up, and away in our beautiful balloon. Okay, well, let me look again.
Well, let's try. With a careful eye. When I close one eye.
Yep, go for it.
To
Why
sort
don't you
of
look at that, see
get
what
a
you can
thing.
see.
It does clarify what I'm seeing. So let me see here.
Yeah, it is. I really feel that it does mean like one eye.
Okay, I get 1, 1, 2
One, one, two,
when
two,
I do
two.
it that way. Tell me what
Okay.
you get.
Okay, so A and B first, right?
A
and
and B
B.
first. Yes, just to basically down the barrel.
Sure does look like one or maybe two. Maybe two. It depends on what eye
I think
I'm
you
doing.
got to also get up
if
close.
I do, it still is two, but I will go with one potentially.
This is still problematic.
Is it between those that we're seeing this, or
You're supposed to be between the columns.
Between the columns tall. We'll show between the columns tall.
well, it's either a one or a two, and then
Well, both of those don't
okay,
serve us, which is
okay.
so crazy.
Well, the thing is it could be
Maybe. Well, I don't know. This is crazy.
maybe we're going the wrong way. What about zero?
I mean, that's an option, obviously.
When you look, if you look like I'm looking at it right now, I see 0 blue books between those two things.
A and B.
Yes. If
So
if
that
I'm
the
doing like this
horizontal
and-
one is obscured as well for you between A and B.
Yep, because column C blocks it.
The whole book.
For me, anyway.
I mean, I see half of it.
Well, who
It
knows?
says a hint of blue, so maybe
Yeah.
you don't even, maybe you,
I mean, I see that half a book.
I mean, when I did one eye and looked straight on with that, with my,
I mean,
when
here.
I spied with my little eye.
I see this, but maybe it's. We'll see if that's helpful.
does this matter?
This is a little bit
What are you seeing?
off. To
It's the
side.
glasses. This eye's blocked, and then that eye's. But that's been on all the cards,
Yeah.
so that's me like probably overthinking.
So yeah, so here, so this is. I see that little bit of blue,
I know, but
or wrong way. I see no blue. Just
Yeah,
like
it's
the
the
slightest
flash.
little. No, not the flash. It's just the slightest little shift. So how do you know?
Well,
so
let-
I might go with 0 for you on that, because I kind of angled because A is slightly behind B, so you want to angle a little bit like this. So
Well,
let's
let's see what
try
0 does.
0.
Because goodness gracious, 1 and 2 don't work, correct?
I mean, not as far as we've gone so far. So 0, and then we want to do 1 and 2. Is that our next
I
guess?
think so, but that's still,
Okay.
you said that was bad. It feels like A and C
Well,
needs to be
if-
something else.
if 0 gets us in the right direction,
0, 1, and 2 gets us better if we
it
like
would
that.
go this way.
So, well, but this is why I don't like it as much because it goes bump, bump. But let's
Bump.
see. So bump, bump
And
here.
then to there.
And it's wrong.
Okay.
So let's stick with 0. I'm comfortable with it being 0.
So then we
for a
do the
minute.
same kind of thing looking at, so then it's, that was A and C, correct, that we did 0?
We just did
Or
A and B.
Okay, so let me do
B and C.
B and C. Well, you know it isn't going to be 0. Well, you never know. Could
You
be
never
0.
know. Could be all zeros. B and C.
Flashlight, if I could. Using this phone stuff here. Phone stuff. Okay, so B and C. Goodness gracious, how do you do that? I mean, I see a 3 if I see them. Well, or I see a 1.
3 or 1?
Yeah.
There you go.
We don't like 3. 3 takes us up.
Okay. Well, I really just see 1.
That's where I'm kind of at too. It's just a funky thing, but let's go
And
with
then
1.
and then what's the third?
A and C.
A and C. Okay.
If we can get a different answer for that, that would be great.
Well, I can do 3 very clearly, but the problem is, like I said, you start to not see. Well, if I do it, it's 2. I mean, it's 2. Unless unless it's not between the books. Maybe it's just when you're looking at that, because then that's a 4. Like I see 4 books. You know what I'm saying? If you look here, if you're not looking just between, there's 2 other ones over here.
Right, but it said between the columns, so
Okay,
it has to be
okay.
between the columns.
Yeah.
I think for me, the thing that makes it clear is you know, it's like getting the right angle of this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, A and C feels like 2 or 3. And we don't like 3, right? I just said that. Did I just say we don't like 3? No, 3 is okay. We're okay with 3 in the last one.
So
0, 1, 3.
Okay, let's try it, Nikki P.
Let's try 0, 1, 3. All right. It'll be left, left, catty corner down, but it's wrong.
Wow. Well, I think we need to. I think we need to take a hint on this one.
What was 2? What did 2 do as the first number?
This one?
Yeah.
2.
Is that the one that takes us up?
Let's see. I mean, that would be the next one to try. No. This 2 now makes us go this way, down, and we're wrong.
Okay.
I want to look more.
Hint time.
All right, let me see. This is day 5? Day 4?
Day 4.
Day 4. Okay, 4th of December. First clue, upwards towards the yellow line.
Is that, I think you just go to page, oh, we're looking at 4.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
crazy. I thought that was day 1 again.
Okay. Place the wooden rods vertically in room 4 in the form of columns. This will be very easy if you firstly push them in the holes in the ceiling, then anchor them at the bottom. Riddle card D1 shows you what you actually need to count. Riddle card D2 tells you where. So we've got that much.
Yep.
Second clue. Have you positioned the 3 columns vertically in the room and anchored them in the holes? Good. The markings next to the holes assign a letter, A, B, and C to each column. Riddle card D2 shows you which columns you need to count blue books between. Select the relevant columns and look between them. But what could the message, the view can alter mean? So far we've followed the logic.
Yeah, we're doing all of that.
Solution. Anchor the columns in the room. Always look between 2 columns and count the blue books that you see. But look closely. Some of the books are well hidden in the blind spot between a column, behind a column. You will only notice them if you look around the room from all angles. And we mean all angles.
Oh, so you have
they
to
want
look-
to see all of the books.
Nothing being obscured.
Nothing is obscured.
What?
Imagine you're standing in the room between the columns. What would you be able to see? You'll be able to find 7 blue books between A and B.
Wow.
Yeah. 1, 2.
Because even, I guess, if you're in between the columns, you could even look like that, is
Sure.
the idea.
Oh my goodness. Come on.
Get inside that. You're
4
tiny, Nikki. Get inside there.
Get in
between B
there.
and C, and another 4. So the
Okay,
code
well,
becomes
let's
7,
go
4,
for that.
4.
Hey, we took our first bunch of hints.
Oh, boy.
That was hard, though, I
Boy,
think.
we did.
I don't think it's very... I mean, number 1, it's dark.
Yeah.
It's very hard to see anything.
It
So,
needs a little LED
we know this will
light
be
in
correct.
there.
So
Oops.
744 is what we're supposed to take from that. Okay, 7. We were going down. We should have been going up. 744.
Bloop.
All right, here we are.
Diagonal.
Diagonal down. Diagonal
Well,
up. 1 over star star. Hexagon is 5.
Is 5.
I'll do my first one here.
Oh, don't
Yeah,
open
go
it
for
yet.
you.
Well, we got to read the thing first.
Oh, yeah, we're not
We
doing
don't-
that. Yep.
We're done.
You're all excited.
Okay, yeah, I'm excited.
It's ready.
But where we actually
Hit on
have an answer.
Christmas.
Okay, well, there you go. That was day 4
On that anticlimactic
of the
note.
Game Night 24 Days of Christmas Advent Calendar opening. We will return tomorrow with day 5. Hope you can join us. See you tomorrow.